Well, hello there. It is Wednesday, January 8th, 2025, and I'm Verna from Stampin' Notes, and I've been showing some beautiful projects or cards with the new Delightful Wishes bundle right here. So this is in the new mini catalog, and I wanted to show you two more cards with this project today. I am just getting on my Facebook page to make sure I can see any comments, and so I can say hi. If you're on and you're watching, say hi. Tell me where you're from. And trying to find my live here. That is not it. And I hope you're staying warm. We've had like 10 days of, well, it seems like 10 days, maybe it's only been a week, of really cold weather in Western New York. And it is another bitter, windy day here. So we have our coats and gloves and all that good stuff that normally we don't, we do have, but not as bundled up as we are right now. And it's nice to have a nice warm home and be cozy, and it's nice to be able to create with Stampin' Up! Products. It's my go-to for relaxation. Okay, I found you guys. I'm gonna mute myself. And so anyways, this is the very, I love this bundle. I love the Coordinating Designer Series paper. And I'm going to show you the other cards that I did this week, earlier in the week. Yesterday I did a review of a review of the Celebration catalog. And if you don't have the mini catalog and the Celebration catalog and you need them, just message me and let me know. These are those catalogs right here. And the mini catalog, I'm going to find this, is right here for the Delightful Wishes. And it comes with this coordinating, the suite comes with this coordinating beautiful designer series paper here called Floral Delight, and beautiful vellum. It's called Floral and Gingham Vellum. So there's like a pool party gingham here, and in the designer series paper there's a yellow gingham. Really beautiful paper. And then of course Celebration is a time where you order and you get free product. So this year you get something free for every $60 you order, or you get something free for every $120. There's different levels, all kinds of beautiful things in here, and a lot that I'm going to be sharing with you in the future. And there's a great join special right now if you want to buy the starter kit to do the business, or just to be a hobby demo and get the discount. It's a great deal. There's two options. The first option is you get $125 worth of product, whatever you want, for $99 plus free shipping. Plus you get this beautiful handmade design stamp set, especially made to work with the Stampin' Write markers, and you get to choose two of the different color families of the Stampin' Write markers. There's Regals, Subtles, Neutrals, and Brights. These alone are $35 each. So there's a $70 value, plus that's probably $26, I believe, the stamp set. So an extra $101 somewhere in there, and plus $125 worth of product, and all you pay is $99. So it's a super deal. And then if you're not interested in that, your other option is you choose $125 worth of product, pay $99, and get an extra $30 in free product, whatever you want. I would love to have you on my team. I would love to have you as a hobby demo or a business demo. So whichever it's, and you don't have to stay in at all. But this is a great deal if you just have a big wish list and you want to get some great products. So So I'm going to show you today 2 more cards with the delightful wishes. And I had made this Monday night, and this one. So this one we use that beautiful die cut that says wishing, and then it has a background die cut out of basic white. So it has a larger die for the background. This is a wide Z fold. I have the free project sheet done for that. I just have to get my blog post finished, and I think that will be today, and I will have these free project sheets on the blog as well as the 2 I'm going to make today. And if you spend $60 with me this week, you will get the kits to make 2 of each of the 4 different cards. So that's a good deal. Usually I'm just not that many cards, but you'll get the card stock pre-cut. You will need the stamp set and bundle. You will get the pre-cut designer series paper from me, and everything else to do the work. If there's anything extra that's not in this bundle that is a die cut, I will have that done for you. So it's a great deal this week. And then if you order $70 or more, I will add some of the little honeybee trinkets, the tiny bee trinkets that go with this set. They're so cute. And you just add them with a mini glue dot. And so here's the little trinkets, and they're honeybees. Honeybee trinkets. And but there will be, and you could use, if you don't like this set, you could use it for a different bundle that you have on hand also. Along with that, you will get, you'll get a free Stampin' Up! Product for spending $60 or more. All right, so let's get started. With the first card I'm going to show you today how to make is this Wishing You Well. And it's, I love the layout. We are using the Nested Essentials die for this die cut. So this would be already done in your kit for you. And so we're going to start that card with a piece of thick basic white cardstock, 8.5 by 5.5. It's scored at 4 1/4. We're just going to burnish that down so that lays down easy. And then we have our layer of old olive and our designer series paper. And we have the die cut, this is Daffodil Delight, and this is die cut from the Nested Essentials. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp my sentiment on that. So I think I'm going to, this one says, Wishing You Well. And I think I'll use that for this one also. It's so nice to have like Get Well or Thinking of You cards to share with others. And you'll see it's offset towards the left side here. So I think before I stamp that on there, I'm going to add the wishing on there. So for wishing, I'll get my die cuts here. I've die cut the piece out of the old olive and a piece from the background piece from the basic white right here. Now if you, ideally you can cut this out with a piece of our adhesive sheets, and then you just peel off the backing on it and it sticks like that. If you don't have that, or you don't want to do that, I'll show you an alternative way. So I showed this the other night also. I'm gonna bring in my silicone mat, and I'm gonna add some liquid glue right here. I have a sponge. You could use a Q-tip even, or a sponge dauber. I'm gonna turn this over. And remember, no glue will stick to this mat. It will dry up, whatever you don't use, and you can just wash it off or brush it off. I'm going to dab this in there and then just dab the glue on the back of this like this. Okay, and then I'm going to bring in my other piece here, the white part, and we're going to layer that right on there like that. So it says wishing. Okay, and there are tiny little dots that will die cut out, but I like to just take my Stampin' Blend marker or Stampin' Write marker and just put it out there because they're so tiny. I would lose them by the time I got them here. I would be wondering where they are. Okay, so there's our wishing. And then I'm going to take this, I'll set this aside. I'm going to bring it over to my die cut here, and we're going to layer onto the upper part of that. And I'm using the fine tip glue press gun from My Sweet Petunia. I put the Stampin' Up! Liquid glue in it. It comes with 2 glue bottles. One has their glue in it and then an empty one. And I like our glue, and I fill the empty one with our glue. It's great because it sits in that holder and doesn't plug up because of the way it sits. And that's from My Sweet Petunia. And I put some on this upper part, and I need to take that off because it's going to hang over the top there. So we've got our wishing. And I'm just going to wipe my fingers off. I've got a little bit of glue on here. Hi, Joanne. Thank you. All right, and so now let's stamp that little sentiment. So we're going to stamp you wishing. This says you well, and I'm using pecan pie. Oh, I know I brought it over here. And what did I do with it? Oh, there it is. I usually lose something when I'm doing a live. Okay, and this will be uploaded to my YouTube channel as well, so we're just going to go to the left a little bit with that. Wishing you well. All right, so our sentiment is done. And let's go ahead and layer these on. So I have a piece of old olive. And the old olive is 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. And we'll layer this on. Our card base. And I better stand up so I get this centered. All right, and then isn't that pretty? I love this designer series paper. My favorite is with this pool party background. This one is 5 by 3 3/4. And we're going to layer this on. And I'm using Seal Plus right now. I started using it more because it goes faster than using the liquid glue. All right, so there's our base. Now I want to add a bit of ribbon underneath my die cut. I'm going to add it right about here. So I'm going to add a piece of Seal Plus there to hold it. And this Daffodil Delight ribbon is already out of stock. But I have enough. If you order from me, I will give you for whatever you need to make these cards. So I'm going to tie kind of a loopy bow here. Yes, it is a bright card, especially with winter. You need something like this. All right, so I'm going to add this right about there. We've got our loops like that. And then I'm going to put this over that with dimensionals. So we'll add probably 4. I tend to add more dimensionals than, I don't usually skimp on them because I want it to stand up good. And we'll take our take your pick tool and get those tops off, maybe. There we go. Okay, so let's add this. Probably about like that, only straight. Straight is good. Let's see here. And I think we'll pull the loops over like that, and then we're gonna trim our ends here. Like that. There. Now let's add a couple of those little honeybees. I can't wait for honeybee weather again. And hearing them buzz around. All right, so I'm gonna take my glue dots here. I'm gonna tear this strip off because it's used up, and I'm just gonna grab a couple off of here. I'm gonna kind of wad it up a little bit and grab one of these with the putty end of my take your pick tool. All right, we'll add him there like that. And we need another one, so maybe up here. I have stamping in my studio Saturday from noon to 5. If you live in Western New York and you're interested in that, we have a good time. Usually make around 6 cards, and the cost is $25 or free with a $30 purchase. And you get to pick however many of, I have usually more than 6 patterns available, and you can pick however many of each one that you want to create. This is too long, I think. There's our front. Now let's add an inside piece. And I have a piece that's 5 1/4 by 4. I have a piece of designer series paper in my basket here, and I can't get it. Come on. There we go. I'm going to take just my liquid glue here. We'll put that right along the bottom. That looks straight, I guess. And we'll add this to the inside. It's just got to go up just a little bit. Okay, so there's our 3rd card in this series. Wishing you well, and with the little honeybees. All right, let's set aside that, and I'm going to show you how to make this half easel card. I love this. I think it's so pretty. There are a lot of parts of the flowers die cuts, and On the back, we have a shape from the Memorable Moments stamp set. Let me see if I've got that die right here. I was thinking I had it here to show you. Yep, here it is. So that is this stamp set that's also in the mini catalog, and it has this wide die with it. It also has these other dies. I don't have them on a magnet sheet yet, but this one is very pretty and detailed, and it doesn't cut the cut the whole shape out, but it cuts the shape out of like a 5 1/4 by 4 layer, or a layer that's bigger than it. So it's very, very pretty set with great frames. So for this half easel card, we're going to stamp. I want to show you how to stamp with this set first. And so we will do that first. We'll move that out of there. I'll find my piece here. All right, so here's that shape. And I'm just going to use a piece of scrap paper to lay that on in case the flowers go over the edge of that. I gotta grab my paper here. Forgot to bring it over. And here we go. So I found it easiest to ink up the stem first on the die cut. So I'll grab that from my stamps. Here it is. And I'm using Pecan Pie. And we're gonna stamp it right along this side here. I'm gonna look at how I did it on the back. Yeah, okay. So right about like that. All right, now this is a two-step, the image for the flowers is a two-step stamping process. There's one stamp here that is a solid color, and then there's another stamp here that has detail. So this one, where the top is where this tiny flower is. Let me show you on the case. It might show up better there. This tiny flower right here is the top of that stamp, and where these two little marks are on that stamp is the top. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to ink it up, and I forgot to bring my yellows over. I'm going to grab those. Actually, I might use Daffodil Delight and Petal Pink. Let's see what that looks like. So we've got Daffodil Delight, and I'm just going to ink it up like this with a Daffodil Delight. I'm going to turn this on its side to line this up, so it's kind of easier for me to see it. And you just line up these stems with the flowers. You will see up close how it lines up. I think that's pretty good. And I probably should have stamped on my Stampin' Pearson mat. All right, so that lined up really well. Let me hold it up close so you can see it. So you can see there's flowers on the end there. Now let's take our other stamp, the one with the more detail, and stamp that. So for this one, I'm going to use Petal Pink. I'll just ink it like that. Same thing, I'm going to line up these. I'm using the flowers, the stamped images, to line this up. Oh, let's see here. Okay, so I think it goes like this. Nope, I've got it upside down. Okay, so it's the more rounded part here with the 2 dashes is the top on the more detailed one. And you can you see how it's lining up? All right, let's try stamping that. Yeah. I'll hold it up so you can see it. So this is the Petal Pink added on over Daffodil Delight with Pecan Pie. Pretty. So we've got our back done. Now, to build this half easel card, and again I will show you, it's this right here. So this little easel here can go up like that, and it will fold and fit in an envelope. So we're going to add, our base is 5.5 by 4 1/4 Pool Party. I'm adding a layer of basic white that is 5 1/4 by 4. Okay, I might have said that wrong. This is 5.5 by 4 1/4. And we're going to layer this onto it, just like that. So now we're going to add some Designer Series paper, and actually I'm using a piece of the vellum on the side here, and you'll see it will fit right inside that. So this is a weird measurement. This vellum is, I gotta find my direction sheet. Oh, here it is. This vellum is 2 15/16 by 3 7/8. So let me show you on the trimmer where 2 15/16 is. So here's the trimmer. Here's 2 15/16 is this very last line here before 3. All right. It's a little unusual of a measurement. So we're going to add a little Seal Plus. Hi, Patty. I know, I love it too. It was like, when I first saw the catalog, I was like, oh, I've got to get this. All right, so we've got that down. Now we have a piece of our cardstock that's the same measurement as a piece of the Designer Series paper. And the measurement for this is 2 1/8 by 3 7/8. And we're just going to adhere that onto there. And again, I will have the free project sheets on my blog. I can't line that up. Come on. All right. And we'll make the little mechanism. Oh, before we make the mechanism, let's tie some ribbon around the top of that. And I'm going to do a double layer here. 2 strands at once. And I'm just taking this, I want about this much left. I'm going to wrap that around And we're going to tie that. I don't know if I can tie that short thing or not. Let's see. Not doing a bow, just a knot. Am I going to do it? I don't know. Nope, I got to make it longer. So let's make this a little longer here. And we could just do it around once, but let's try twice and see what it looks like. I don't know, see if I can hold that with my finger and loop this around. Okay, we got her. And this is a little turned. We'll just turn it like that. And we need to trim these off. I'm going to pull this a little bit tighter. Puppy is sleeping on the floor here by me. Oh, I just snipped my finger. Don't do that. Okay, so we've got our ends. Hi, Crystal. My blog is www.stampinnotes.com, and I will send you the link to it when I'm done. And the link to this, the project sheets I won't get to until, I hope to finish it by this evening. And post them. Yeah, so it's at StampinNotes.com. All right, so there's that. Now let's make the little stand-up mechanism here. Okay, so this basic white is 2 by 4 1/4, and we're going to score it at 1/2 inch and 2 3/8. So I'm bringing this back in. And I'm putting this at 1/2 inch. I'm scoring it on the long side. And 2 3/8. There's 2 and there is 3/8. And we're gonna fold this. This little tab is gonna go under. And so we have what it looks like this, and it's going to sit on the card like this. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put that on there. I'm going to use liquid glue for the little tab. That's the only thing that's going to be adhered to the card base. I'll open this so I can see, and we want to center that. It looks pretty centered. And I'm putting it, trying to put it up very close to the top, or you can go along the top edge there. All right. So now what you're going to do is we're going to take this, and we're only going to adhere it, put it onto this part of the mechanism. So it's the lower portion here. I'm going to go ahead and add Seal Plus to that. All right, and then we're just going to line this bottom part of this up with the bottom part of that. Just like that. And then we have, that's what makes it stand up. Okay, let's do our sentiment. And there is a die in the Delightful Wishes dies. It is a long die for sentiment right here. And I've already die cut that out, so it was ready to go. Hi, Shar. Thank you for sharing. Thank you so much. Okay, here's our little sentiment piece. And I'm going to stamp the sentiment in Pool Party. And since I'm not using the wishing, the long wishing sentiment, this says you a happy birthday. So it would be wishing you a happy birthday. I'm going to tape off U and A, so it just stamps happy birthday. So what you do is you cover that with tape. All right, and then we're going to ink this up. Move that stuff out of the way. Okay. Now don't forget to take the tape off. I can tell you I've done it a number of times where I don't take it off, and then you're going to get a glob of ink on your, whatever you're stamping. I think I just brushed the die cut. Where did it go? Oh man, I'll stand up and see if I see it. I've had people say, oh, it's on your desk over to the right. Margaret, if she's on, she'll say it's right there. Huh. Okay, I might have to use a strip of paper and cut it down. That is weird. Oh, good grief. Good grief, Charlie Brown. You know what? I'm just going to die cut it with my electric machine right here because it's a little bit faster. I'll find it as soon as I'm done with this, probably. Oh, brother. Okay, we'll run it right through. I'm probably wearing it somewhere. All right, there's our second one. I'm going to huff on this because it's been sitting. And let's stamp happy birthday in the center of this. There we go. Happy birthday. We're going to turn it over. We're going to add some mini dimensionals to the back of that to add that to the front. I love dimensionals. How about you guys? They just add, when you pop something up on a card, it adds so much. And I want to invite you to my January Kit in the Mail, my Songbird Stamping Club. We are doing 8 cards and a gift box with a beautiful new Birthday Celebrations bundle and the beautiful Wildflower Birthday Designer Series paper. It's so pretty. I try, Pauline. I do try to get organized before I start. I have my pile and everything pre-cut. But sometimes it just doesn't pan out. Okay. All right, so let's make our flowers. So for the flowers, I want to show you the dies that I use for this. I use this large die here. I use this, and I use this small center. Now there's more here that you can use. There's this here, and there's different dies and pieces for the leaves that you can use too. So we need 2 flowers for this. Hi, Jocelyn. And So I'm going to bring in we're going to do them together all at once, and I die cut some leaves also. I've stuck the centers on a Post-it note so I don't lose them. So there's those. This is from Lemon Lolly. This is from Daffodil Delight. And the leaves are from Old Olive. So this sits on here. This piece here fits in about like, let me find it again here. Here we go. So you see these two that are almost together but not quite. They're two different petal parts. These two on this will fit right in there, and this end will fit across from it right in that spot. So I'm going to add dots of glue here. Like this. And we're going to add that down just like that. Isn't that pretty? I think that's so pretty. We'll do the same thing on this one. We'll turn it to where this bigger clump of two are. We'll add our dots. Like that. And this is going to go like that. All right, and I've got to move that over just a little bit before it dries. There we go. So there's that. Thank you, Jacqueline. All right, so let's add our little centers, and these are crumb cake. I'm just going to add like a couple dots of glue, like that. And then putting it in the center, kind of where this long thing is. I'm matching it up with a long piece on the center. Like that. All right, so there are our flowers. Now let's add them to our base with some dimensionals. I want to burnish this down. So we'll bring in the regular size dimensionals. Add a couple on the back of each of these. Okay, and let's put this one, whoops, not on the desktop. We'll put that one there. And then this is going to be our stopper for our easel part. So we'll add that right there, like that. Now let's add the leaves. And I'm just using the liquid glue for this. I'm going to put one up here. I'm just sliding it under the edge there. And we'll add one to our other flower. And I think I'll add that one right there. And let's add a couple of the little honeybees. we'll grab a couple glue dots. And let's add one up here. Okay, we'll add that one right there like that. And another one maybe around our flower, like maybe right here. We'll make him going that way. Turn that a little bit. And then we just have to add our piece to the back to sign it. And that is this piece right here. We'll just add some liquid glue to this. See, so that is going to go centered on the back, and then you can sign that on the back. So there is, you could even add a flower on this too if you wanted to. So that makes a really cute card to send to somebody. And then we have this one, which we did a little bit ago. And we have the two from earlier in the week. This is a wide Z fold card. And also this one, I love the colors with the vellum designer series paper. So if you order with me this week, an order of $60 or more, I'll send you the kits to make 2 of each of these. You will need the dies and stamp set to finish your cards and ink, to do the die cutting from the set. Any dies that aren't in the set, like this one, I will have die cut for you. I will send the ribbon that you need to finish. And if you order $70 or more, I will include a pack of the little honeybees. So, and I will put a link if you're interested in that. And also, if you're interested in my January kit in the mail with the birthday celebrations, here's 3 of the cards that are in that kit. This one is a pop-up center card with a bookmark or a gift card pocket. And you don't have to do this. You can make it just a regular card without that on it. So there will be another card plus a gift box. And the cost is only $45. It includes a whole pack of the Wildflower Birthday Designer Series paper and a pack of the party dots and a yard of this beautiful gold trim here. Shipping, a PDF tutorial, and a video tutorial. So I also add the link to sign up for that if you're interested in that. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I hope you have a great rest of the day, and take care. Bye.